What's up, guys? It's Future Nurse K here. I just want to say I'm sorry I didn't post a video last week. This video is going to explain pretty much my life and what's going on, everything. I'm sorry for this wrinkled up background that y'all gotta look at, and I'm sorry for this scenery. This scenery. It's gonna get better, you guys. It's going to get better. But first things first. Hi guys. Hey and hi to all my new and old subscribers. I'm back with my second video, and today I'm just gonna be discussing something that you all have been wanting to discuss, wanting to talk about. That's why you clicked on this video. So I'm not gonna hold y'all up. We just gonna get right into this video and do what it do. Alright, you guys. So first and foremost, I just did not expect this pandemic to just skyrocket so fast the way it did, but it did. And we're just gonna be talking about how this affected my life tremendously. Alright, so I got a few questions that a lot of people like, the most popular questions that have been asked, and I'm just gonna go ahead and talk about it. And if y'all hear something in the background, it's my brother, and he's being very rude, so we're gonna handle that. But anyway, so the first question is, how has things changed since everything, since the beginning? So this is a question that a lot of people been wanting to know, like, how has what do y'all want me to start it? Like, I just don't even know. First of all, when I first got asked this question, I was just like, what does that even mean? And the only reason why I say that is because it's like, what do y'all want me to start? Like, I don't even know. So okay, we gonna give this virus a nickname. We gonna call her Miss C, cause I don't really know what YouTube on. I don't know if they flagging people for saying, I don't know. So we just gonna call her Miss C. So when Miss C first started, aka Rona, when she first started, let me see. It wasn't, you know, it was slowly but surely getting up there in them numbers. Because at first, you know, everybody thought it was just in China. They didn't really think it was here. But now it came here and it just blew up. Because we don't follow rules over here. But that's a different story for another day. And so, and the screening is stupid. It sucks. Like, honestly, when you go to like any healthcare facility, you know, they screen you or whatever, and the question they ask you is like, have you been in contact with those type of people? How you know? You don't know, and then you say no, and then they let you in, and then you could have had it, not this. It's stupid. It's really stupid. Like, I don't get it. I hate it here. First things first, I just want to say a lot has changed. I can ramble and talk and do whatever all day long, but I'm gonna try to keep this video short. A lot has changed, you guys. Like, when it first started, like I said, the first thing that happened was we wasn't able to do clinicals. So really, it was kind of like a spiraling effect. So when we first started, was getting ready to start our clinicals in our first semester, one of the hospitals that we want to go to, because with my nursing school we do nursing home and hospital our first semester. So we was getting ready to go to the hospital clinical site for orientation, and then it closed down. Like, somebody else bought it, so we ended up having to find another hospital to go to last minute. And then when we finally found another hospital, the clinicals got shut down altogether the very next day or next week. Like, the very next week, all of the clinicals got shut down. And you know, in nursing school, what some people know, some people don't, you get broken up into clinical groups. So it's like 5 of you guys grouped up going to this hospital, 5 going to that, whatever, and so forth. So my clinical group was the group that had to switch hospitals, and then we ended up having, so everybody else got to go on at least one clinical day. We didn't get to go on no clinical days because we had to switch hospitals. And as soon as we switched hospitals, the very next day we realized that we wasn't going to have clinicals, point blank period. And then the following week, my whole class clinicals got canceled. So that was that on clinicals, and we haven't had a clinical since, and they're not expecting for us to have a clinical the remainder of the program. So as of right now, we're not gonna have clinicals. So that's one thing in itself. And two, it's very different about studying, self-motivation, like trying to make sure that you get up, because it's like nobody's here telling me, hey, you got to get up and go to class. So I got to make sure that I wake myself up and like do homework that's assigned to us that seems like busy work, but it's actually is what gonna count as our clinical homework. So it's just like you gotta force yourself to do stuff, and it's so hard, you guys, because I be in my bed chilling, I be in my bed sleep, like I be forgetting that I'm in school, I be thinking I'm on vacation. And I have to remind myself, like, girl, get up. It's so easy to get caught, like, it's so easy to get behind in your work, because it's like your main focus is surviving right now. Like, you trying to make sure that you don't get messy, you trying to make sure that you working, because like I'm an essential worker because I work at a hospital as a PCT. As some of you guys know, some of you guys don't know, but I work as a PCT in the emergency room. So I'm an essential worker, so I gotta go to work. But then you have other people in your household that can't work, so it's kind of like you're dependent at the moment. Well, for some people, and it's just like other people mind ain't on it right now. We on survival mode. We're not thinking about cracking open a book at 8:30 in the morning. So it's kind of hard, y'all. So I would say the hardest thing would be the transitioning over to having classmates motivate you, having assignments due, like pop quizzes. You never know you're gonna have a quiz. You just make sure that you study. But then when it's like you're at home and everything's your own pace, it's kind of like, oh, I just study that later. I got all day to study. Like, I study it. Like, the procrastination is on 10, you guys. Like, it's really on 10. And that's what a lot of my classmates are saying right now. How are your grades? Honestly, I have been passing my stuff. Like, I passed my last test that we took today. But they just haven't been as high as I would like them to be. Like, this test that we just took, I passed it with a 78. Passing score is a 77, so it was just like a point above what I needed. Like, it's like you're studying, but it's just like it's so much harder to make yourself study. It's so much harder to get up and listen to the lectures, because it's not like we mandatorily have, like, it's not like we have a mandatory set date that we gotta get up at 8:30 and everybody's on classroom with Zoom at 8:30. It's literally like they post the PowerPoints with the voiceover, and you literally can listen to it the day before the test if you want to. So it's just like nobody is holding you accountable. And when we first came to nursing school, when we had our nursing school orientation, a lot of people were saying, like, hold your peers accountable, hold your peers accountable, hold your peers accountable. And you know, it was so easy to take that lightly until you actually are living it. Like, when you're living proof of holding each other accountable, you're not gonna understand. And a lot of times, like, they try to tell you that, a lot of people try to tell you about nursing school, but until you actually are in nursing school, it's not gonna hit you until your feet is there. And I promise you, my feet is there now, and it's like it's really hitting me. And it's so much harder now that we're in this pandemic. Like, and it's like my classmates, I don't go to school in my city, so my classmates are and it's just like, girl, I'm not driving way over there to talk about no study group with 2 or 3 people. I'm not finna do it, because that's gas. I don't gotta have, I done picked up extra shifts. It's just like my main focus isn't school, and it needs to be. So it's kind of hard to just crack open a book. I keep saying that, but it's just like, because the one half of you is just like, okay, this is early summer for me, and then the other half is like, okay, I need to be making this paper, I need to be making this money, because I'm paying for school out of pocket, so I can just start saving up money to pay for school. But baby, you ain't gonna be paying for nothing if you flunk out. So I've been doing good as far as my grades, but I can say they could be better. So the next question is, how has your study habits changed? My study habits went from studying almost every day to studying like 3-4 days before the test, or 3 days before the test. And that's not good in nursing school, because you need to literally start studying the day they give you the notes, because if you don't, you're gonna get behind, and it's so hard to get caught back up. But like I say, when nobody is there like holding you accountable, not even just your classmates, like your teachers. So as far as this week, we get we're starting to get our homework assignments weekly, and we have to turn it in every week. So they're starting to do like group projects. We're starting to do a lot of online clinicals, a lot more, and just a lot more due dates are starting to happen. So it is been pushing me and motivating me to start studying more and to like say, hey, okay, I gotta do this, I gotta do that. Because before, your girl was just like, I ain't gonna do that. So I can say like I have literally, I normally would do like me some flashcards on different stuff, and you know, type up a little bit of stuff and just look at multiple books. I have been stuck in the book that they have given us. Like if our assignment is in our Perry and Potter book, that's all I'm gonna be looking at is our Perry and Potter book. So I have been doing more of a focused type of study, and I haven't really been doing a resourceful type of study as I normally do, and that is how I made an A when I was doing resourceful type of studying. So if you guys haven't seen my last video on how to ace nursing school and ace your exam, nursing school exam, then click that link in my bio because it will be in my description box. And I promise you guys I will have more tips and more videos, because like I said, your girl ain't feeling, your girl passed and she just not doing as good as she could be. So yeah, my studying habits have changed from studying a lot to studying less, and to being a more focused study. Like I only been focused on what the assignments they have been giving us, and you see, I need to go back to what I've been doing because I kind of just been doing enough to get by and just pushing it off. And I feel like your first year of nursing school and your first semester of nursing school is face to face for a reason, because it's just like you have to really mold yourself. Like I really feel like going to school during this crisis is definitely going to mold us into better nurses, because it's going to prove how bad we really want to be nurses. Like I really feel like that is what it's going to do, because it is so stressful, you guys. I cannot even fathom. Like think about, for people who have been in nursing school or are in nursing school before the crisis or the pandemic has happened, and you're like, oh my gosh, it's so stressful. Take that and times it by 5. Matter of fact, take that and times it by itself. Times it by itself, then times it by 10. And that's how stressful it is. Because it's like, and then it's like not being able to talk to your teachers face to face as you normally would. And you have to wait till you have classroom. We just started virtual classrooms a few days ago. And we done been online for the past few weeks. So it's like we had to be emailing our teachers. Their emails changed on us, and we had no idea, and we didn't know until they started emailing us. So it's like we had a million questions, and it's not like I can just walk in my teacher's office and ask her the question. I literally have to email her, wait till she get back with me, or wait until we have the virtual meeting later that day. And it's just, later that week. And it's just so, it really make you want to just say, you know what, forget it, like I'll try this again whenever it's back to normal. But I feel like everything happens for a reason, and I just feel like this was my season, and my reason, whatever my reasoning is to be joining nursing school at this time, it's gonna make a difference. Like I really feel like it's gonna mold me into a wonderful nurse. I'm just a strong believer of that. Do you feel like you would be a prepared nurse? Like I just said, I do feel like I would be a prepared nurse, not only because I do get a lot of hands-on with my job already. Like I have a lot of nurses that try to take me under their wing and pretty much show me the ins and out of everything. Like they literally just be like, hey, you want to see me put this Foley in, or hey, can you help me do this? I do get to see a lot, especially being in the emergency room. You never know what you're gonna see, you never know what you're gonna help with. So I do get to experience a lot, but I just feel for my classmates who are having experiences where they never been exposed to the medical field, and they have never been around a hospital other than when they were in the hospital. So it's just like, I know that it's a struggle, even more so for them, because we have to do a lot of clinical online projects, and for them it's really a struggle for them, because it's just like, for instance, like right now one of our projects is ostomy care, and I've seen an ostomy be changed before, and I've seen somebody with the ostomy, and I, you know, so it's kind of easy for me to do because I know how, like, I done seen it done. But for some people who don't even know what it is, and it's like the first time you learning about it is your teacher going over a PowerPoint, and you might have 1,000,001 questions about it, and it's just not the same. It's not the same as being able to be in somebody's presence, or it's not the same as to have that hands-on simulation, because we do simulation labs where you use the mannequins and your teacher is there showing you. So it's like you have to do we have to do a lot of YouTube videos, and then we have to record ourselves doing it and then turning it in, and then they grade us and give us feedback. But it's nothing the same as if your teacher is right there showing you how to do something. The last question that I'm going to answer is, what do you like about this? That's kind of funny because all of the other questions are just like negative, and then this one is just like so positive. Like, well, what is the beauty of this? One thing I could say is I feel like stuff is being taken a lot, like we having a lot more leniency, not with grades, but as far as like when we have to record ourselves doing something, we can have more rooms for mistakes, I would say, than versus if we have been practicing this every single day and now it's check off time and we getting it wrong. So it's like our teacher don't be as strict on us when we mess up because it's kind of like, okay, well, we have never shown, like, I really would feel like it would make us a lot more comfortable if our teachers would send us videos of them doing something, and then we, you know, imitate what they have done. But we literally have to teach ourselves a lot of stuff and use a lot of resources, and that's what we're doing. We on go, and it's just like so different. It is so, like, it's literally like, but it's literally like we're sinking. But what I can say is my school is so supportive. Like, you still can Zoom. Like, if you guys don't know what Zoom is, it's kind of like a FaceTime app that a lot of jobs and a lot of schools have been using. And you can basically, like, our school has called us and checked on us. Like, our personal school board has called us and checked on us and was just like, hey, you guys see anything, this, that, and the third. Our teachers, they make sure that they talk to us every week. They send our emails if we have any questions. We have a class group chat. So it's like, it's a lot of support systems, and you know, we really motivate each other. And you know, I love my school for trying to make the best out of the worst right now. But at the end of the day, it's really nothing you can do or say to change what's really going on. Like, it's, at the end of the day, it's still a hot mess, because it's like nobody was prepared for this. Nobody was prepared, like, oh, if a crisis break out where kids can't go to school, this is what we have in line. Like, everything is literally like trial and error, and it's so scary because when you're in the nursing profession, it's scary to say, okay, you know what, you've been taught enough to go out and work on somebody in a life or death situation. And I feel like, I don't feel like I would be too much scared for whenever it's time for me to become a nurse, like if the rest of my nursing schooling is online. But I don't really feel like I'll be ill prepared, because I feel like my school is doing everything and taking matters into hand to make sure that we stay on top of everything. But I am a little nervous that I won't like, because I'm lacking a lot of hands-on experiences, that whenever I do become a nurse, it's going to be a lot of stuff that I'm just like, oh my gosh, I've never done this before. Because, you know, clinicals is your time to mess up, time to make mistakes, time to ask questions, time to try. But when you're actually a nurse, all of that is under the belt. Like, if you mess up, it's on you. And it's scary to say, like, okay, a lot of the things that I'm going to be doing when I'm a profession is going to be my very first time ever doing it. on a real human being. And it's like I don't really know if I want that pressure on me, but I just been praying, having trust and faith in God that everything will work out in his favor. I am in this cohort for a reason, and yeah, you guys, we're just gonna see what it be. But that is my small little talk about how this pandemic has been affecting me. It's been affecting nursing school, just my whole entire nursing career right now. But thank you guys so much for watching. I hope I answered you guys some of you guys' questions. I know I kind of been ranting and rambling, and I probably just been talking around in circles, but anyways, so bye guys.